Hello guys and welcome back to JHS Halloween, and in today's video I will be doing my pick on the top 10 possible returning props for the 2022 season. Now before we jump into this, I want to give a quick disclaimer. Every prop you're going to see on this list is not organized in any way, shape, or form. They do not go from least possible to most possible or vice versa. They're all just put on this list. So just a reminder, none of these props are oriented in any way at all. Now jumping into the list, we can start with the number 1, Sitting Scarecrow. Sitting Scarecrow has been returning every single year since 2016, and I would honestly be shocked if it didn't return again. It's been here every single year, the price has reduced, it's become a really good price, and it's such an original classic prop. It is a bit overused if you ask me, but I really do love this prop, and again, I would be shocked if it didn't return. It is just like the jumping spiders, returning every single year. Number 2, of course, being the jumping spiders. As I was just talking about, the jumping spiders are also a prop that has been returning every single year, although it's been returning every single year since 2011. It's been returning for 11 years, and I would be so stunned if it didn't return again. It's been returning every single year. It's honestly become a staple for Spirit Halloween, and like I said, I'm almost 100% sure that the jumping spiders will be returning for the 2022 season. Jumping into the number 3 spot, we got Barry. He was an online only prop for the 2021 season who happened to be canceled on his very first day of release, and then he's returning. So that's what is confusing me, because if he were canceled, why would he be liable enough to return? So that's what's confusing me the most, because Barry was a canceled prop, yet he got put back on the website, yet he got returned as well. So people have to have been buying him a lot. I didn't notice him that much on the platform, but clearly people have to have been buying him a lot for him to be canceled, then returned for the 2022 season. So jumping right into the number 4 spot, we got Punctured Pete. Punctured Pete has been here since 2020, and it has been one of the most shocking returns I've ever seen in Spirit Halloween. It seemed to have been the most underrated prop I've ever seen in, lately, and it yet has been returning every single year. Obviously just since 2020, it has been here for long, but every single time it was in a store, it got sold out within the first day. And I know this because I was working at Spirit Halloween, and every single time he was in the store, he was gone in the same day. And it's such a well-sold prop at Spirit. If they don't return it, it's honestly a bad decision on their end, because they've been selling this prop insane. He's never on the website either, because he's always sold out as soon as he gets online. So if they don't return Punctured Pete, I'll be truly shocked because of his sales. So I kind of hope they do, because he's an awesome prop and I'd love to see him again. Jumping into the number 5 spot, we have Man's Possessed Friend. Man's Possessed Friend is one that has been returning every single year since 2018 and has been raising its price every single year. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this return. I just feel as if it were to go the same way it's been going for the past few years, it has to return again, right? It's been returning every single year. It hasn't been sold that much. I mean, it is sold, within the first week that it's in Spirit Halloween, and it doesn't seem like one that would be one to return every single year, but surprisingly it has been, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it returns again. I don't like that they keep rising the price, but Spirit does what Spirit does, I guess. So jumping into the 6th spot, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, is the Harvester of Souls. The Harvester of Souls was one that was here since 2020 as well, just like Punctured Pete, and it was one that I only put on the honorable mentions list for last year's. But again, it was one that was sold pretty much as soon as it was in the store. I got lucky to actually pick one up because they were sold out pretty quickly. And although it is a big prop, and I didn't think that Spirit likes to return their, bigger props, I wouldn't be surprised if this one returns again. It's been here, not that long, but it's a really good prop and a really good seller. So if they return it, I'm not going to be shocked at all. Jumping into the number 7 spot, we have Grimm. Now, Grimm, if you know me, is my absolute favorite animatronic, at least of 2021. I'm not 100% sure if it's my favorite of all time, but it is sure up there. I absolutely love this animatronic. Grimm is such a wicked animatronic, and I didn't think they were going to return it because it was pretty expensive, and it's not like the most coolest design. I mean, it's a skeleton, but it's not really new. It's not really unique. It's just a skeleton, so I didn't think they were going to return it until I was thinking of this list as making it. This almost sold out quicker than Punctured Pete. As soon as it was reserved before it even ended up in my location. It was crazy fast, the speeds that this thing sold out, and if it doesn't return, it'll be like Punctured Pete, I believe. I believe it will be a bad decision on Spirit's part if they don't return Grimm, considering his sales last year were ballistic. Jumping into the number 8 spot, we have, I think everybody can agree with me on this one, Mr. Dark. Mr. Dark was one that was it was actually surprisingly more of a seller than Grimm. Mr. Dark was reserved months before it arrived at my location. That's what blew my mind. I didn't even see the box of one, really. I barely saw the box of one, and it's a very tall box, but I didn't get to see one, and I honestly feel like this is like, I'm almost positive this is going to return. Again, this will probably be the worst decision Spirit makes if they don't return this thing. Everybody wants it returned. Everybody loves this thing. It's because of how unique it is, and that's what I'm talking about it with Grimm. He's not that unique, but Mr. Dark is one of the most unique animatronics we've ever had, and people have wanted him so bad, but I feel like this is one that's going to return for this year and then just not return again because it's going to not be sold as much. Although I'm like 99% sure this one's going to return because it's almost obvious, is it not? It was sold so well, so it has to return. So jumping into the number 9 spot, which is one that I own, and that is the Wacky Mo clown. Now, this is one that I surprisingly own. Knowing me, I don't own clowns, but I got this one last year, and I love it very much. And I'm pretty sure this one already returned, which is why I'm putting it on this list. And Wacky Mo was a great seller. I think it was awesome. And I wouldn't be surprised if it returned again. I'm going to be honest with you. Wacky Mo was one that the whole community has been wanting for years and years and years. And if it doesn't return, once again, probably a bad decision on Spirit's part. It was one that everybody wanted. Why would they get rid of it so quickly? And it's not that bad of a price either. For what it is, for its label, like it being that 2013 Clown Train animatronic, it's not that bad of a price for people who are truly into Spirit Halloween. And then ending it off with the number 10 spot, I don't want to put it on here, but I'm going to put it on here, Henryhussell. Now, if you know me, I am not going to take this prop even if it's free. I don't like this prop at all. I don't think it's a good design, but people surprisingly are obsessed with this animatronic. Not surprisingly, it's a unique clown, and I'm not trying to get at anybody that likes this animatronic. I'm not asking for hate. I'm not saying that whoever buys this doesn't have good taste in animatronics. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, this is one of the worst animatronics I've ever seen at Spirit Halloween. I don't like it. The price is absurd. It's way too expensive. And it's not even that cool of an animatronic if you really think about it. It's unrealistic, and the head sculpt isn't even that well, or that good. So I wouldn't be surprised if it returns again. It was one that was sold a lot, although it wasn't sold as much as I thought it would, which I'm quite happy about. So if it doesn't return, I'm not gonna be upset. If it returns, I'm not really gonna care. I'm just gonna avoid it and not buy it. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one returned either. So if I'm correct, that's every prop on this list. I hope I'm not missing anything. An honorable mention I would like to throw on here is Henryhussell. This was also one that was, sold pretty quickly, but I don't think it was sold quickly enough. And I just don't think it's going to return. But there is a possibility, and if it returns, I wouldn't be that surprised. So I think I'm going to end off the video here, guys. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to. It's completely your choice. And remember, Halloween is everywhere. Goodbye, guys.